we have Congresswoman Jen Schakowsky right now. Come on in, Congresswoman. Please have a seat. We're going to be discussing what do we see in coming up for 2018. Excellent. Congresswoman, first of all, I appreciate that you're here. Come on up close to the mic, please. First of all, Congresswoman, it's a pleasure to be speaking with you. I've spoken to you several times at different Netroots nations. And first, I want to tell you, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for what you've done for women. Thank you for what you've done for the policies with regards to health care, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, my first question to you is, what happened?
Oh, okay. What happened, I think, is that you're saying why do we have Donald Trump as president of the United States?
As you see it.
Okay. First of all, I want to tell you the cardinal sin in politics is disrespect.
Right.
People who feel unheard, unlistened to, and disrespected. And I think they felt like now that the elites do just write them off. Mm-hmm. Here was a person who validated them in the most deceptive way.
Right.
Okay. But the other thing is, so many Americans feel, you know what, this is not working for me.
Right.
My children are doing worse than I am, and the future is looking bleaker, not brighter for me and my family. I've done everything right. I've played by the rules, and yet this is not working. I'm going to try something different. Let's turn it upside down. I see Hillary Clinton. I love Hillary. I work my heart out for her. But I see that as a continuation of kind of what's been happening now, and it hasn't been good for my life right now. Yes, there's been job creation. I'm working 3 of those jobs. And so I'm going to just try and topple things over. A lot of those people, I think, are starting to feel that they were betrayed. We're seeing and hoodwinked. Yeah, we're seeing the popularity even among the Trump base being diminished. So here we are.
Now, I just wanted to speak a little bit about where we were. Now, where do you see us going? Because I'll tell you something. I still am concerned about 2018.
You should be.
Yes, I think, and you tell me, you're a good Democrat, you are a progressive Democrat. Do you think that we are appropriately speaking to the people as they expect to hear from a party that really, in the old parlance, feel their pain?
Well, I certainly think that we need to, the other thing that really works in politics is showing up. Just the act of showing up and listening and hearing people, I think, is really important. And we are. I am the head of candidate services for the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, and we're really encouraging our people to get out and not talk as much as they listen and hear the pain that and the concern that is out there. We are focusing on an economic message right now. It's a better deal, better jobs, better wages, better future, and under that, some real policies that I think that can make a difference. So it's not just about running against Donald Trump and the Republican policies, which are pretty hideous. You've seen what they mean by health care is let's cut tons of millions of people and then give tax cuts to the rich.
Right.
That's their one. Really, that's their only economic agenda. More tax cuts for the rich. But we have to have a positive message that people hear and feel that it's authentic. We mean it. We're going to do it.
Now, Congresswoman, I've been very concerned that, by the way, I saw the new slogan, and I know what it means. I am an activist. I understand all of that. I am concerned sometimes that we don't speak directly to the people in a fashion that shows them immediately how it affects their bottom line. So I get the headline. Do you think that maybe we need to try to have a more striking headline? One of the good things that I see, not good things, one of the things with the Republican Party is they're great at headlines. They're great at, yes, they're lying, but they're great at headlines. In a lot of times, I think we are because of the truthfulness, if you will, we don't come out as harsh in the form of telling people what we can and will do to make their lives better.
Well, let me tell you, when I was growing up as a kid, the brand of the Democratic Party was real clear. It was a party of what we call the little people,
right.
Ordinary people, and the Republicans were the party of big business,
right.
and the rich people. So, right now I think we do have to sharpen our brand to be the party that really is the party, in fact is the party.
Absolutely
that stands up in terms of our policy positions for ordinary people. But the messenger, not just the message, the messenger really matters. And that's why we're doing such a meticulous job of trying to recruit people who can speak to the people in their district and at the same time talk about what it means to actually being for working people, actually be for creating good jobs. Not, we need to stand with our brothers and sisters in the union movement. If you don't have more unions, we're not going to have a robust middle class in this country. And union polls well, particularly among people who make less money, under $100,000. So we need to be unabashed by supporting workers' rights and standing up for workers. We need to be with women and equal pay for equal work and child care that enable women to be full players in our economy. And so the messenger, the person who can go into these districts and knock on the doors and have the rallies and talk to people. Donald Trump is a great communicator, even though it's all a bunch of BS, as we have seen. Let's hope he doesn't get us into nuclear war because he's such a hothead.
That is a concern of mine, but I think his generals are probably less concerned because they know they're the ones who do it. But go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Say what you're going to say.
I want to back up from that a bit because healthcare concerns me. Whatever the Republicans are going to do with healthcare, but also what Democrats have in store or has not done for healthcare right now. Specifically, right now, Donald Trump is torpedoing healthcare, the Obamacare. I can start with what Rubio did with regards to the risk channels. And the problem that I have is that many people do not understand what happened, and many of the increases that's occurring that's really caused by Republican sabotage, they really think was a defect in Obamacare. I don't want to sound accuser, but how can Democrats better communicate that? Because I think, honestly, they have failed to do that.
First of all, we are winning on healthcare.
You are, yes.
We are winning on healthcare. Let's take our victories, and I think the victory when we give credit to Lisa Murkowski and to Susan Collins and to John McCain. Fine,
right.
It was the people that stopped this
I agree.
Huge grassroots movement. So when we do fight, we win.
Right.
Okay, and we stop this. The 22 million, 16 million, 32 million people would have been kicked off of health care. We know that now about the Republicans.
Right.
That's what they were willing and voted to do.
Yes.
Okay. So now, what are we going to do? The answers are not that complicated, actually. You got a county that doesn't have health care, an insurer. We can have a public option. We can have a Medicare-like option in that district. We can talk about Medicare for all, but in the meantime, as we get there, we can do something to hold Big Pharma much more accountable. How about Medicare? Ask anyone on Medicare. Why shouldn't Medicare negotiate for lower drug prices like the Veterans Administration
That was one
does
of the defects in the bill, yes.
Yeah, and written by the
Republicans when they
by Big Pharma.
Yes,
they helped write that language when they had a chance to do that.
Well, I mean, there has been a fallacy that said that Republicans didn't have an input into Obamacare, refusing to realize that Obamacare actually came from the Heritage Foundation, which in fact was
Look, Obamacare was a compromise already from Medicare for all. We in the House voted to get a public option into the bill. It didn't happen because the Senate changed hands, etc.
Right.
But it's not the answers aren't magical. Now, on the sabotage front, the Republicans, Donald Trump have to own this. We have to make sure people see exactly
tell the story.
Exactly what he is doing, what they are doing. that they are trying to kill any way they can your health care. Let's remember, health care is very personal. People understand their own, whether it's available, whether it's affordable, whether it's accessible. So we have to point the finger very clearly and keep pushing for our solutions.
Yes, absolutely. Well, look, Congresswoman, it was a pleasure speaking to you.
Always
we
great.
really appreciate you coming in and good for all the work that you do.
Thank you. Feel powerful because you are.